The options are slim and none, and only one makes any sense, and that's negotiation. Now, as distasteful as it is for those who want to roar in and kick some butt and really look tough, I'm sorry, negotiation is the only way to do it. You don't have an Entebbe situation, which the Israelis faced, for example, a couple of decades ago. These people aren't all in the same room, surrounded by ill-trained soldiers, where someone with a higher military capability can go in and rescue them. What you have are people spread over hell's half acre in small little groups. They're able to move them from basement to basement, from house to house, from jail to jail, or whatever, and therefore the thought of a military operation to rescue them is absolutely impractical. Now, a military operation to take the leadership of the Bosnian Serbs, to take some Bosnian soldiers as collateral, Bosnian Serb soldiers as collateral. Those are practical options, perhaps, but I doubt very much if the force is considering that.
Any comments on the news that hostages are being released as a gesture of goodwill at this point in time right now?
After a number of months negotiating and dealing each day with all factions in the Bosnian conflict back at the height of the war when it began in 1992, I believe things when I see them. I believe nothing that I'm told. I'm encouraged by the gesture. I think it would be a very positive step to reintegrate the Bosnian Serb leadership into the negotiation process. With the detail, before we know what for the first time, I think in the UN's history, the Secretary General has backed the Security Council into a corner. What he said is there are 4 options. 2 are throwaway options. You're just there to fill up the paper. One is the maintenance of the status quo, which is obviously unacceptable. The other one is withdrawal, which I would imagine is unacceptable. Then he said, if you want to fight a war, put together a multinational force, but don't ask the UN to command it. Operate it under a coalition leader, much like the Gulf or Korea or Somalia. And the one that he's recommending is a fallback from the current status quo to strictly a humanitarian mission and a scaled-down UN force. So to answer the question, the multinational force could well be a practical option, but the key question is, to do what? To fight on the side of the Muslims and have them win, to pacify the country, to force a ceasefire and stick there for 50 or 60 years to make sure that it stays that way. So those questions have to be answered by the Security Council, and the sooner the better. It's a little bizarre, but if you have a particular agenda,